Hello? That song's kind of groovy. It's a very different theme from the last song, but how you guys doing? How you guys doing? Hope you're having a good day. My name is The King Live, and today I am here to talk to you guys about Valorant. Kind of, not really. Well, I mean, like at the beginning of the stream, we'll talk about Valorant and we'll talk about like channel different things. But like after we switch to YouTube, we're gonna talk about we'll be talking about some cool stuff. We'll be breaking down the phase tourney. We did a little bit of that yesterday. I started to lose my voice near the end, so we played like 2 games, then we headed out. And then we'll also be talking about Hiko. He had a 7K that he posted to Twitter, and it's pretty cool. It was a good play. And I like talking about Hiko because he's a cool dude. And I also want to break down a 7K because I think there's things that people can learn from it. Almost 16K subs. We're getting there. We're getting there right now. It's pretty cool. How you guys doing? And I move all these things to the left. There's something else I need to do. We're gonna go to Twitch, right? Yeah, so we go to Twitch after like an hour. So we generally hang out here for like an hour and then we head over to Twitch. We're almost to... How did he get a 7K? It's not a legit 7K. That's what I should say. It was a 7K in the sense that he killed 7 targets. One of them was a Phoenix ulti. So he killed the Phoenix ulti and then he killed the Phoenix again. So that's how he counted it as a 7K. Still 7K. I'm not going to steal it from him. He killed 7 people. He fragged out 7 times. That's alright. Any more videos? Yeah, we'll be doing vids. I need to change my YouTube or my Twitch title for when we head over. Breaking down phase tournament games. Still. Nice. I'll put part 2 on this. Part 2. Nice. So yesterday, basically, we went over like TSM versus Sentinels a lot. We'll be breaking down one more round from TSM versus Sentinels, and then we'll be going into different games. So we're going to talk about T1 versus Envy. I think there was a really cool play in that I wanted to talk about. That one's more funny than anything, but it shows thought process and like creativity, and I like that. And then there's also a play during the Sentinels versus Immortals game that I wanted to go into that I think is important. Yo, I'm most likely going to main Killjoy. Anything I should know before I go into some comp? I like to use the turrets to make sure that you can't get flanked. After you get onto site, you can recall the turret, and oftentimes you can get it back up in like time to actually make use of it. But yeah, if you're getting flanked and you have a Killjoy on your team, that's got to be her job to stop that from happening. That's something that I definitely learned from playing her. So if you guys are reading it right now, my title for this stream right now is I played Killjoy for a leak. Here's what I learned. Or is she broken? Something like that. I don't think Killjoy is broken. I've played a lot of Killjoy now. I think that broken is definitely the wrong term. That's what somebody says in chat. Ult isn't that broken, I think, though. Yeah, cool guy. Her nades are a little strong. Her molly is probably the best part of her kit. Besides her turret. Her turret gives a lot of info. Her alarm bot also honestly gives a lot of info, too. She's basically an info character. That's like all she is like a sentinel, which is interesting. But like, she also shuts down those hard pushes with her nades. She forces the enemy team to take it slower, which I think is interesting. That being said, I've definitely had games where I'm playing as Killjoy, and since the enemy team takes it slowly and they're able to take it slowly, they're able to clear out my utility pretty easily. Playing against good players, I very infrequently will be able to cheese them with my grenades, which is kind of what I expected. It's a kind of a cheese mechanic to place your grenades on the bomb and just explode them when you go for the defuse, right? And you started to pick up on this like maybe a day after she came out. It did not take players that long of a time. So I think that's something that people are going to get more tuned to as time goes on. I don't think Killjoy is broken right now, and I don't think Killjoy will continue to be broken. I might think that she actually might end up being a little bit weak in the future, but no, she's an interesting character. She's really fun. I enjoy her. I'm able to make a lot of use of her. I think it's just because people aren't comfortable playing against her yet. I think that it's the same situation with Omen, right? When you would play Omen and you would go for these aggressive Omen plays, it would be like really cool for like a week, you know, when the game came out. But as the game, like, as players have gotten better, they get more tuned to these aggressive Omen plays. They've seen them before, especially people who have played Omen, right? I very rarely get killed by an Omen TPing in and doing like crazy plays. It very rarely happens. It'll happen sometimes. It's not because I'm a pro player. It's just that I'm comfortable playing the character. I've played a lot of Omen. I've seen a lot of Omens and stuff like that. It's not too difficult for people to get used to. I think the same thing is going to happen with Killjoy. I don't think it'll be a long time before people get a lot more comfortable with her. Her ultimate is actually very strong too, though. I do like her ultimate. Best map for Killjoy is Ascent Site A. I think she does well on Site A, for sure. Just got heat strokes because I'm camping in Arizona. There's a song on the new Glass Animals album called Heat Strokes. I think that's what it's called. I'm gonna look it up. That album slaps. It's not called Heat Strokes. Is it called Heat Strokes? Oh, I think it is. I think it was just, yeah, Heat Waves. That's what it is. That song slaps. You think she will get a nerf or a buff in the future? I think she gets buffed. Bold call. I know. I think Killjoy gets buffed. I think she's weak. It's a bold call. A lot of people aren't going to like it. A lot of people really aren't going to like it. I think she has a lot of issues when playing her. That they don't get magnified a lot right now, but they do get magnified when I play against good players. And it makes it so I have to get a lot more creative with their kit to actually make use of it. The standard style of Killjoy feels like dropping a turret and just having it like watch the flank. But then you just yeah, okay, you know that they're not pushing you, but you that's like half your utility is like the turret. She's very hard to push into enemy teams too, which is intended. She's a sentinel. But for the most part, it feels like she's lacking. The fact that you can destroy all of her utility means that she's either helpful or she's entirely useless. You know, it's like it's one or the other. And I think it's different for like characters like Cypher, because with Cypher you can't destroy his cage. His cage just he's gonna activate it. He'll have the utility, right? His ultimate, he gets a kill, he can activate it. All of Killjoy's stuff can be destroyed, which makes it so she can be useless throughout the entire game. Turret will function like a trip, even the lack of info is impactful. Oh, for sure. The turret's a very strong part of her kit. I'm not complaining about the turret being able to be destroyed. That makes sense. It's kind of weird that her nades can be destroyed, but I understand it because otherwise they're cheese. Like, you know, you could just like cheese a bomb site. You'd be the best post plant character for forever. So you have to get very creative with your grenades. I'm gonna lurk this team. I appreciate it, Zarby. Thanks for hanging out, man. I don't have Killjoy yet, but if someone destroys it, can you see if they destroy it? Yeah, so you know if they destroy your turret, and you know if they destroy your bot. I don't think it notifies you if they destroy your grenade. I think you just have to figure that out. Like, you can not use it, so you can kind of figure it out. But, like, I've had times where they shoot my nade and I don't even realize, which is really annoying. Like, when you're playing for it. Reduce her ulti range slightly. I disagree. I think that her ulti range is fine right now. There's a lot. It's very hard to find a good position to use it. And a lot of the times, if you want to find a good spot to use it, you have to risk it, right? You have to use utility to get to that spot. So, for example, I've used it in U-Haul before on Bind. And to get to U-Haul on Bind, you have to use utility to get there. That's a really good spot if you get it off, because it's going to block off all the CT. It doesn't block off Heaven, I don't think. It might hit Heaven. But I know it doesn't hit, like, the full back site. But like it's still a strong ultimate, but you need to get to U-Haul, right? There's no good way to attack B or A site. You can also place it if you place it on default. That's a really good ulti. That'll hit all of Heaven and it'll hit also towards CT. But you need to get to default, right? And then you need to get it off on default, which means that you have to have site control. It's very difficult to do. Sova's ulti can destroy Killjoy's ulti if you aim at it. I don't know if that's true, but maybe. I don't think Brimstone ulti can. How do you attack with Killjoy? You watch your teammates' flanks. Use a turret to watch the flank. And then you can kind of... I wouldn't recommend entering, obviously, as Killjoy. She doesn't really have any entry tools. But once you have your utility down, aside from your grenades, because you kind of want to play post plant with them. But like if you don't have your grenades, if you don't have like your ultimate, and you feel like your team's doing all right, honestly, after you have your turret and your nanobot, you could honestly entry. You could get traded. It's not a good idea. It's not optimal. But like if you need to be the entry for your team, say like in a matchmaking game, it's not terrible. If you're confident, if you can get a trade, or if you can get maybe 2 people off of that, that's fine. Because then you have your utility. You have the turret making sure they're not flanking. You have the alarm bot. I know a lot of people are gonna mishear that. I'm not saying play Killjoy as an entry. I'm just saying that like after you get your utility down, it's not terrible if you get traded. You know, it's not as bad as like a Phoenix getting traded, because obviously he's useless then. Even though it's kind of his job to get traded. Maybe Phoenix is a bad example. Do you think the damage of her Molotov should be decreased, though? No. I think if you decrease the damage of her mollies, they're useless. That's like the point. The point is that they're supposed to be the super punishing ability for to like push into. If you decrease the damage of her molly, she becomes useless, right? I'm already saying that I think Killjoy needs a buff. I think that she needs a buff. I think that from the players that I've played against who are like good versus Killjoy, like they just take their time and they actually like clear out her utility. She's useless. Like it feels like a very uncomfortable character to play. How would you buff Killjoy in a way that wouldn't break her? You can't make her grenades on like you can't make it so they can't be destroyed, because then obviously you can cheese the bomb plants and stuff like that. That would be really bad. I think I would make her alarm robot just a little bit more stealth. I think that would be a good change, because it's kind of weird to me that like they can see it like very easily. I think it should still make a noise, but maybe Molly should be slightly easier to see. I'm saying that she needs a buff. I'm not saying make her stuff easier to see. I don't think there's a problem with that. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm saying that she feels weak to me. No, we just stream on YouTube for an hour and then we had a Twitch. Where you can't shoot them. I don't think that's entire. Well, I mean, like that should be changed. Obviously, if there's nade shots where you can't shoot them. I'm not underestimating her power though. I've played her a lot. I played her like non-stop since her release. There's a bunny in the split map. Okay. Alarmbot shouldn't be destroyable until it's active. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think that like you should be rewarded for like taking your time and finding those things. I just don't think that it should be as easy to find the Alarmbot as it is. You can spot that thing from like a mile away. It's very loud too. Very loud. And for the fact that it doesn't do any damage, I kind of like the idea as the Sentinel that like it will jump at you. Like the vulnerability is not. It's not a massive like thing, but it is nice when they do get peaked. One molly, indestructible, same damage. I think that would be pretty good. That would be an okay change. If it's indestructible, that would be interesting though. That would be an interesting thing that they might want to look into. Or even like if you're talking in terms of buff, maybe making them cheaper. Just the 100 for each nade. I don't think that's terrible. I don't think that's a terrible change. Because right now it's kind of frustrating where it's like buying all of her utility is 600. Maybe that wouldn't be the change. Maybe you go 200 for the nades, but 100 for the Alarmbot. I think that's what I would do instead. Because it is a lot to buy all of her utility. I think you go 200 the nades and then 100 for the Alarmbot. The nades are 200, yeah. Because right now, if you're getting all of your utility destroyed and like you're trying to hold down sight, there's no like good option in terms of buying. Because like if I lose pistol round, for example, generally what I buy in pistol round, what I've been doing is I'll go nano swarm, I'll go kill or Alarmbot, and then I'll buy like armor. And I bought a frenzy one last round, and that was actually really good. I think I'm gonna do that more often. But when I do that, if we lose that round, I actually can't buy any abilities if I want to buy the full buy the next round. If I want to have enough money to full buy the next round, I can't buy any abilities. Which is like, it feels like you're very straught. Like, it's difficult. And I think that just that extra 100 change could make a big difference. Isn't full buy for all characters set up to be at 800? No. Do you only play Omen? Omen is the only one who is able to buy all of his abilities and armor. I think so, anyway. I don't think there's any other character that has that cheap of a buy. I think Jet's 600. She has 2 dashes that reach 100, and then no, she's 500, and then three smokes. Cypher is 600. He has 2 cages. They're both 100, and then 2 tripwires 200. So this is 500. He has the drone, and then he has the 2 shock darts, 100 each. Drone is 300. Sage is 600. Brimstone is 700. That is ridiculous for some of these agents. Phoenix is 600. Viper's 400 as well. Yeah. Paranoia should be 300. I agree. I think Paranoia is too strong. Some agents are a lot more expensive than others, which I don't understand. Like, I kind of get why the wall would be so expensive, right? Like, it's a good ability, but like when you start to get up into the range of like, Brimstone's not 600 unless they reduce the price of his molly. I don't think they did though. He has 2 stim packs for each 100. He has this molly, which is 300, and then he has to buy 2 smokes. That's 500 there, and then 2 smokes is 700. Brain is 700. I think just the extra 100 would make a big difference over the course of a game, though. Riot agrees that the blind is OP, but they said that they aren't wanting to nerf it right now. That's interesting. I don't think Omen is like incredibly busted, but Omen is definitely very strong right now. And I think that it is ridiculous to me. And this is coming as an Omen main. I'm not wearing my Omen t-shirt right now, but this is coming as an Omen main, somebody who's mained Omen since the beta. I think it's a little ridiculous that he can buy all of his utility for 400. That is so cheap. That is so incredibly cheap. When his counterpart, which is like arguably Brimstone as the other controller, he has to pay 700 for all of his stuff. That is ridiculous, dude. That is so much more. Killjoy OP, that's all I came here for. Nope. I don't think so. The argument that I've been making is that I think that she's slightly underpowered. Maybe I'm just trying to... Maybe I haven't developed, though, into, like, the Killjoy main that I need to be. Because I do use, like, cheese tactics. And maybe I need to go for these more 5-head plays. Or maybe I need to learn just, like, more Molly lineups and stuff like that. To, like, be good as her. But, like, for the most part, when I play Killjoy... it doesn't seem too difficult for players to get rid of my mollies, even, or like not even the mollies, just all of my utility. It doesn't feel like it's too difficult for them to clear that stuff out. And like even when I'm changing it up every single round, I can be placing it in new places every single time, and they will still catch on to it, right? How do you use Stim Beacon? That'd be a great video. Just don't. Not that good. You still think the game needs more flashes? I think they do. I don't know exactly how they would do it, though, right? Because they have Omen's blind, that's pretty much a flash. They have Reyna's flash, and then they have Phoenix's flash, and then they have Brimstone's flash. I don't know what other flashes they would add. They've already said that they're not going to add pop flashes and stuff. I'm trying to main Omen because I hate learning lineups. I don't like learning lineups either. So I kind of agree with that. Tuesday stream? Yeah, I don't know. Did I tell you I was going to do this, Travis? I thought I did. What are your thoughts on Killjoy, Travis? I was just making the argument that I think she's underpowered. I think she's good. She's a good character, but like I don't think that she's overpowered. I don't think she's crazy. I think if anything, I would give her a slight buff. Silver and gold ranks still don't destroy the nano swarm. That is something to keep in mind, though. I think that I think about this at like, I think she is fairly B tier. Yeah, she's all right. I think about this from perspectives of like good players, though, and when I'm playing against bad players, I could understand why Killjoy is broken. She's very capable of cheesing people. If you're not clearing their grenades, she can kind of take advantage of that. That being said, that's not all the, like, obviously high tier players aren't all the players. I'm not playing against the best of the best. I'm playing against like they're decent, but like they're not crazy, and they're still clearing out my utility. But I gotta keep in mind that a character that is killing every single person at low rank and making this game not fun for lower rank players to play, that's probably not a good character to have in the game, right? Because you gotta understand that a majority of the community is below platinum. Majority of the community is definitely below platinum. So if we have characters like Killjoy who are just pissing off everybody in the lower ranks and stuff, we don't have more players playing our game. We don't have more people watching professional play. The game doesn't keep growing. You got to keep in mind that like just because a character is balanced per se for like competitive play doesn't necessarily mean they're a good player or character in the game. I've said this about the operator too. Most of the people in the chat know my opinion on the operator. I don't think the op is busted. At least it might be busted for like high rank play, but I don't think for like normal play, the operator is like an incredibly overpowered weapon that everybody needs to worry about. That being said, I do understand how going against an operator as a lower rank player can be very frustrating, and it makes the game a lot less fun when you're swinging an angle and then you get off right away. You can't have the best of both worlds all the time where it's like, okay, well now this mechanic doesn't exist, but like at pro play it's just like it's terrible now. Why do you think Viper is so underrated? I think that I think she lacks a little bit of smokes, honestly. Maybe that's an inaccurate statement. I haven't seen enough Viper to like really say perfectly. I think that her wall is too easy to push, so you can use it to like wall off of heaven. Maybe she's misused. That might also be another thing. So like a lot of people use her wall like to block off a sightline like you would with a normal smoke. Like, say you use your wall and it blocks off ramps, and then it blocks off like heaven on split A. We've all seen that wall. It's like a cool wall, blocks off heaven, blocks off ramps. The problem with that wall is that they can actually just walk straight through the smoke like that. Like, they can get straight through it, no time. Does not take them any time at all. And when they do that, that smoke that you place, so that smoked, is suddenly useless right there on the other side of the smoke. And when you place a normal smoke, it's a lot thicker. It takes a lot more effort. They can only peek out on ramp when they like walk through it. And it's like, I think it might just be the way that people use her, how difficult she is to pick up. You have to learn lineups and stuff like that. Her ultimate, I've been told, don't use it on post plant. Like, don't use it on top of the bomb, because that makes it more difficult to defend the bomb for your team. I've heard things like this. There's a lot of different things that I've heard about Viper. I just think she's too hard to play for people to pick up. I think that is why she's underrated. For me, it's why would I spend all this time learning all these crazy lineups and stuff when Omen is just probably better. He just feels like he's a better character. He has an incredibly powerful blind, probably one of the best in the game. He's very mobile. He has the ultimate that can teleport across the map. Like that's very strong. And then beyond that, he has refreshing global smokes. When I'm pushing a site as Omen, like I don't need to commit to it, right? When Viper drops her wall, it feels like a very big commitment. That is her big ability. She gets it once around. She cannot move it. It is on that site. Maybe she wants to play around with it. Maybe she wants to take her time. Maybe she wants to push A. Maybe she wants to push B. But that is the utility that she has used. And now if she wants to take a different site, she doesn't have the smokes for that. So if you're playing Viper as a solo controller, it doesn't really work. Feels very weird. It's an interesting character in the game. If you want to play Viper, it feels like you need to run Viper with another controller. And that's what I don't like about her. It's like, well, okay, we want to play Viper, but like, why play Viper? Why have a Viper on the team when we're gonna have to have an Omen anyway? When Omen can fill the role of controller and Viper's role is like an addition, you can just run Cypher instead or something. That's another thing. Viper's almost kind of a lurker. Like she doesn't really fit anywhere in a team comp. It feels like. How do you think they should change her to be more useful? Well, for one thing, her wall is the easiest the thing to push through. It is the easiest. Out of any smoke in the game, somebody sent me a video the other day. I think it was Cologne. He sent me a video where they tested what your like the frames when you push through smokes, and out of all of these smokes in the game, Viper's is the one that minimizes your frames the least. So I think that like pushing through it, there's like 12 frames where you can't see or something like that. Versus like Phoenix's wall, in comparison, you might think, okay, well maybe it's because it's a wall king. Phoenix's wall actually has the most frames blocked out of a lot of the abilities. I think that's what it was. It was either most frames blocked or it blocks your vision entirely for longer. But either way, it is more difficult to push through a Phoenix wall than it is to push through a Viper wall. Yeah, it has a weird blind effect on it. Slightly thicker. That would be one thing that they could do that would help a little bit. I think it would be cool. I don't know how they would do this, but what if they gave her 2 poison herbs? Is that too crazy? Is that too nuts? Like the poison cloud or whatever, the smoke. What if she got 2 of those? Because right now, would that be too much smoke? I've been too lazy to sign into YouTube, but your channel is awesome, and I needed to tell you. Keep up the good work. I appreciate it, Bumpkin Man. Thanks for stopping by, dude. What's up, Zenny? How's it going, man? Might be too much. Yeah, that might be too much. Her smoke is super big, yeah. That's what I'm saying, Eric. I've said that so many times. Why does Omen have to... Why does he get his for free and they refresh, but on Brimstone I got paid for him? That's so dumb. Brimstone's utility should not cost 700. It just shouldn't. He should get his 2 smokes for free. And then he should be able to... purchase his Molly and Stims. That's how it should be. When you click Q to activate, what should you activate? They could do it like a normal smoke, or like the traps, where you just aim it out and press F. Make it so that she can pick up her wall. That would be interesting. She might need a bit of a rework. Yeah, I could agree with that, Travis. You guys have all heard my complaint about Viper too, though. It's not necessarily that I think that she's a trash character. The thing that I don't like about Viper is that a lot of her power is in her one ways. That's something that I really don't like. I don't like one ways in the game in general. I think that they're kind of a weird mechanic that because it exists, it's like an important mechanic in the game to know. It's important to know all of these like Cypher one ways or like these Viper one ways or even Omen one ways, you know? These are all important things for you to know, but it still feels like a gimmick every time I run into it. It's like, okay, well, I just can't walk past this because it's one way, you know? It feels very odd. That is a lot of Viper's kit. A lot of her kit is one ways. It feels weird to me. To be frank, a lot of Omen's kit is one ways too. Omen's still a very strong character in himself, but like if you're not utilizing the one ways, you're just not utilizing him to his full potential, which is a problem that you run into. I think one ways kills fun. I agree. They're not fun to play against, and they're kind of fun to use, I guess. But like, I don't feel like I'm beating people necessarily when I'm using a one way. It doesn't feel exciting to me to place a one way and then I shoot people who can't see me. That just doesn't feel cool. It's just not an enjoyable mechanic. They're a little cheap, yeah. Omen one ways and split A are cool. Yeah, he's got some good one ways. So decay doesn't affect teammates. I think that would make her ultimate way too strong. Then you have 5 players just hiding that thing. Oof, that'd be really rough. There isn't a way to actually prevent it other than bottomless smokes. Just don't let people put these smokes in walls. That would be one change. Don't let Omen smokes just appear inside of walls and stick in them. Make them fall down every time. It's a little different if it's like on top of like if it's on top of like a box. That's like a little bit different. But like literally I could take an Omen smoke and I could put it inside of pretty much any wall in the game and it'll be a one way. It's a little weird to me. It's a little odd. I can make a one way pretty much anywhere in the game. I could just decide to like, oh, I'm gonna put a one way right here. Can't just sit on ledges. Yeah, that's a lot of Cypher's value too. Cypher is incredibly strong with his tripwires and stuff like that, but it's going to be a very rare occasion that you're not seeing Cyphers in like pro games just placing like these like crazy one ways and stuff like that. Do you main Omen? I was an Omen main, yeah. I still kind of am. I like Omen's my main, but I've been playing a lot of Killjoy recently. What did you just send me, Mo? Why does this keep pausing? Okay, open original. Try this. Sorry, Mo sent me a clip. I'm checking it out right now. I'll show it to you guys in a sec. Okay, this is what Mopork just sent me. I don't know if this is him playing, but he told me, and so it begins. Is this you? Look at this jet play, dude. What in the world? Oh my gosh. Okay, stop. Stop. Okay, I'm getting scared. I thought this was a tens play. It might be tens. I don't know. I don't know why he sent me this. He's just feeling it. It's a good play. Yeah, you can't do 2 walls. The problem is like she has a lot of utility. It's just like so stationary. Like once she throws it, she commits to a site. Like it is on that site. And like she can use it to push later. I gotta watch the 100 Thieves game. That's what I really gotta watch. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna watch the 100 Thieves game probably tomorrow-ish. And because they've been running a lot of Viper. I want to see how they use Viper and see if there's potential there. Because I believe that she has potential, It just feels like right now she's a little weird. But 100 Thieves has been trying to force Viper on pretty much every single map. And I'm interested to see how they've been. I know they're not doing well, but I'm interested to see if they at least, like, it looks okay, you know? How far are you in the battle pass? I just got the Polyfox Guardian. I don't actually know. I think I'm like 18, maybe. What's up, King? How's it going, Waylay? Picking up Viper Q from a distance, be good. I don't... Maybe? It feels weird to me, though, that, like, she'd just be throwing her utility and then, like, faking it. And then she'd have to learn, like, use, like, another... I don't know. I don't know how that would work. That feels... That doesn't feel like a good kit. It feels very awkward. And if you could pick it up from a distance, like, what distance? Because then she starts to become learning, like, the Omen territory. Where it's like you learn the lineups, and you can throw your smokes anywhere. And you can retract them, so you get them back. I don't feel a little weird. Or hope he doesn't get as unlucky in Valorant again. There, at some point, you gotta say that it's not really luck, right? Like, the team's struggling for a reason. Not saying that Hiko's the reason. I'm just saying that, like, you're not losing over and over again because of luck. Like, that's not where it comes from. They gotta fix something. They need something to fix. How long until you switch to Twitch? 24 minutes. No, this is Arctis Steel Series 7 for my headsets. This one's actually wireless, but unfortunately I have a Go XLR mixer and I can't use a wireless headphone on this one because it's USB. It's not like the headphones themselves are USB. Or they're not USB. Wait, no, they are USB. So I need to plug them in through aux, which is kind of annoying, but my three favorite agents to play, probably Omen, Killjoy, and Cypher. I think they're three really fun agents. Who else do I play? I play somebody else sometimes. I don't enjoy Raze. I used to enjoy Raze. I don't enjoy Raze. Phoenix is kind of fun. Phoenix is a good time. Oh, Breach is pretty fun too. Breach is a good time. Are you gonna play? Not on YouTube. No, I don't think Killjoy's OP. We were talking about it earlier in the stream. If you wanted to hear my thoughts on it, you could rewind it a little bit, but Raze feels too inconsistent. The thing I don't like about Raze is that she doesn't really have a ton of utility for like every single situation. She feels very limited. The thing I like about Omen is that like I have an option for every single situation. I can smoke, I can flash for myself, I can TP in if I need to be aggressive, I can ulti and stuff like that. I can clutch, I can make all these plays. The thing I don't like about Raze is that like if there's an opper and I need to peek the opper, I don't have a lot of utility for that. I can satchel myself in, which maybe makes it a miss the shot. I can throw a nade maybe to like block off their position, but I can't peek out to do that. It feels very awkward to play Raze versus an Opper and stuff like that. And since Ops are pretty prominent in the game right now, it just doesn't feel fun to play Raze for me. I just don't enjoy it. It's not that Raze is weak. I think that Raze is just, I don't enjoy her in like a solo setting. Who's disliking the live stream? Somebody thinks that Killjoy is OP. Somebody stopped by and I said that, and then they're like, "Oh, it's dumb." I don't really get too caught up on like dislikes and stuff like that though. We're gonna do reviews when we head over to Twitch, Jonas. So generally when we start our streams, we'll just like chat, we'll answer like questions, we'll talk about different things on YouTube, and then after an hour we head over to Twitch, and that's when we start doing our reviews. Where'd you get that poster in the back from? This is from my buddy Waffles. Waffles is one of the moderators on our Twitch channel. He sent me this for my birthday. It's like it's from Displate. It's a website. There's a little Omen drawing or painting or metal. I don't know. It's on a metal like surface. It's like really cool. I think it looks great. How you doing today, brother? I'm doing really good, Lero. How's it going, man? Oh. What are you doing on Twitch today? So we were breaking down a ton of games yesterday from the phase series, or like the phase tournament. I keep saying the phase series, but there's a team name phase, so I don't want to miscommunicate that. We were breaking down a lot of games, and we're gonna break down some more of them because there's a lot of stuff that happened in this tournament. There's so many different teams that played. I wanted to break down all the cool plays that I saw. I also want to go. What I want is I want to take all the cool things. So if you're ever wondering what I've been trying to do with my channel, this is what I'm shooting for right now. There's a chess channel that I really like. What he does is I'm gonna butcher his name because I think it's Russian, but his name's Agamator. I don't know. I'm gonna look this up here. If anybody watches chess, you might know who this guy is. I think he does a phenomenal job of just breaking down these games of chess where like cool shit happened, and then he'll like talk about it. He'll be like, "This is a round," and it's like how I tricked an international master. It's like a really interesting like game, or like he'll show the game. He'll be like, "This is a cool thing that happened." It's really awesome. I would love to do something like this for Valorant. And the thing that I really love about this guy's channel is that these games live on, right? He has games from 3-4 years ago that he'll talk about a game that happened like 200 years ago. And it's like, this appeals to a mass audience. It appeals to me. I don't play too much chess. I play like a little bit of chess, but like for the most part, I watch this guy's videos before even the chess blow up on Twitch and stuff. He just does good videos, and it's like, this was a cool game. Like, that was a cool game to watch, you know? And I would love to do something like that with Valorant, where the plays that these players make live on, at least in some form, through like my content. I think that would be cool. Where it's like, okay, player like let's say like the player you've seen. He's who's he play for? He plays for the NIP. He plays for one of the EU teams. And he's a very strong player. And let's say he makes a cool 3K or something like that. That 3K exists to him and maybe a couple of fans and stuff. But like for the most part, that goes away next tournament, right? Like people remember it. You have like the crazy flicks, like the Hiko 180, where it's like inhuman reactions stuff. But for the most part, not everybody's plays do live on. But I think it would be cool to look at a player's like, or to be able to be like, hey, this is a cool thing that happened. I'm gonna make a video about it. And then like people maybe like a year from now find that video. They're like, oh, this is a cool play, and I can learn something from it. That's what I would really like to do for the channel. King, chess 1v1 me. Do you want me to? Are you planning to make a video on the life of King where you show how you make videos? That doesn't sound like too interesting to me, but maybe. My life isn't too crazy. I kind of just sit here and I do things. I've talked a lot about how I started the channel though before. I've done like a podcast before where I go and talk about it. What's up, Devin? How's it going? We'll be heading over to Twitch here in like 18 minutes if you want to hang out. We'll be doing a review there. Okay, we're gonna play doubly in chess. I sent you a link on Discord, doubly. Get in my game. Oh shit. I don't want to show that. Hold on. We're gonna go back. Doubly, accept the link, quick. I showed the link. Oh no. Dang, chess time. Doubly, get in here, quick. Chess stream time. How do you improve on communication? You just gotta practice. You just gotta practice if you wanna get better at communication. You have to say things. You have to do things. W. Okay, he is in my game. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, sweet. Gonna get sniped. We almost did. What would you consider to be good callouts then? So generally what you'll do if you're looking to make good call outs, what you want to do is it's not even necessarily call outs. When I talk about like communication, what I talk about is like leading, right? So when you're gonna like be like, hey, can we get a smoke right here? That is like a really good thing to say. Like if you need a smoke for your team, or like you're trying to push a site, that is something that you can say. You could be like, hey, we need a smoke right here, can we get that? And they're like, sure. And then they smoke for you, and that's awesome, you know, once they do that. But like if you're not saying those things, you're letting people like who maybe don't know what they're doing, you're like, oh, these guys aren't smoking. You need to be the one to like initiate that. You need to be the one to be like, hey man, we need this, or like, hey, can you flash for us? Hey, can you entry for us? We had a breach on our team the last game, but I was a little tilted with. We ended up losing this game anyway. But like I recognize that my communication in the team wasn't the best thing in the world, because what was happening is this breach was he ran through a smoke and he didn't flash or anything, like at all. He just booked it through a smoke, and I was like, homie, flash. And he was like, oh, but I was trying to entry, and I was like, without using your flash, homie? Like it's like things like that where I'm like, you not all players are that good, and you just need to recognize that throughout your games, and that'll help you a lot in the long run. Wait, is this live? Yeah, it's live right now. We're playing doubly in chess. I think I pushed too early. I think I should have set up for that more. I'm not very good at chess. I'm all right. I'm getting better. Biggest chess games of all time. This one's for the books. How do I join the community custom matches? We do them on Thursdays on Twitch if you're looking to hang out. So just head on over to our Twitch. Knight A6. A6? No, A6. A6. That was his knight A6. Right? That's what he did? Yeah, I don't love that move, but I think he's trying to do something right now. He can't actually take this knight because I take his queen, and I don't have any pressure right now. He's not really developed at all, so this actually isn't too much of a threat, I don't think. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take his knight. He could trade me for his queen if he wants, but I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, I don't think he thinks that's a good idea. So what's gonna happen here is he's probably gonna take, but if he takes there, Doubly's watching me right now. He's listening to every single move, so he just stream sniped me. It doesn't matter if he stream snipes me or not. It's a chess game. There's like a right and wrong move, right? You're also not very developed. I'm not at all. But that's why I'm just not really worried about this. He's actually more developed than I am right now. I just have a ton of pawns out. Hey, what rank are you on Valor? I'm like diamond. When did Hikaru start streaming on Twitch? He's probably, or on YouTube? I don't think he streams on YouTube. He streams on Twitch. Maybe he streams on YouTube now? I don't actually know. I'm very confused. That's okay. That is okay, Doubly. Okay. I don't exactly know, dude. I don't play a lot of chess. I don't play a ton of chess, but here's our move. We need to develop more. So I'm going to move this guy here. That's what I'm going to do right now. That's what I'm going to do. I don't think that's what I wanted. I think I wanted to move this guy out more because I think I castle to the right now. I don't think I castle to the left. That sounds like a bad idea with this attack here. I think I castle to the right. So I think I probably wanted to move these boys out, but I already have my knight out. All I care about is that Shroud's back to take names on Twitch, dude. It's so exciting that Shroud's back, honestly. I just tuned in. What's your opinion on Killjoy? I think she's slightly underpowered. Slightly. Not like crazy. She's not like super weak. And she's just slightly underpowered. I'm currently on a losing streak and I need help. When should a team play picks or play for a site rush? It depends on where you're at. Like, if it feels like you're being shut off everywhere, then you might want to play for picks. Like, if you're just full pushing things and it feels like you're getting like overwhelmed by utility. But if you're looking just to like, I think I can't trade there. Ooh, that was the play, dude. I lose my bishop now. Oh, I trade there if he takes that. So I think what we do. Oh, here's the move. Nice. Yeah, if you're not making any progress, you might want to bait out more utility, so you play like a default or play for picks, as a lot of people call it. But a lot of the times when people play for picks, they actually what they're doing is they're just not applying any pressure, which is like not good. I think that's where a lot of people struggle. They'll be like, okay, well, let's just play for picks, or let's just play a default. But when you do that sort of thing, you run into like the situation where it's like, okay, well, you're just not doing anything, and then they're just sitting back, and then you run out of time, and then you need to make a decision, and then when you make your decision, it's like way too late, you know? Running into that sort of thing, that's not fun. What do you think separates the ranks from one another? Is it game sense, or is it more about mechanics? I think it's game sense, because you'll run into a lot of like silver players who just they're good shots, but they're just bad. Like they're bad players, you know. And that's all gonna come down to game sense. That's not gonna be like the craziest thing. What did I just say? I don't know what that means at all. I don't know where my mate is. I'm gonna do this. I don't improve my aim in Valorant. I keep getting one-tapped by Iron players. I don't think you getting one-tapped though is relevant from your aim, right? I think that feels like you're confusing two different things. If you're getting one-tapped, a lot of the times it's probably because you're playing bad positions, and I doubt that you're frequently getting one-tapped by Iron players, but like it is a possibility. What I would definitely be careful of is just having bad positioning and like calling it, oh, my aim, you know. A lot of people blame their aim for stuff like that, where it's just like, it's not your aim's fault normally. I'm gonna do this. I don't think this is the right move, but I'm gonna do it. Why are you playing chess? One of my viewers challenged me, so we're playing him right now. Can we challenge you in chess? This is the only game I'm playing right now. Maybe eventually. I've been playing a lot more chess, but as of right now, this is the game of the ages. Thank you for the follow there, AP Baller. That is a follow on Twitch, if I've ever seen one. Okay. Okay, now what's the move? Because that was the move, but I don't know what the move is now. Okay. There's something here. There's something here that I'm just missing, okay? I know it's there. I'm positive it is there. I am just missing it. I'm gonna castle, I think. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna castle. Is there a place where I can find people to queue with for Valorant? I know people queue up sometimes in our server, so if you're looking for people to queue with, there's going to be a link in the description. Other than that, If you're looking for people to play with, I'm sure the Valorant server is available. I would just invite people in your games. There's definitely going to be people throughout your games that are all right. Like, they're okay players. And you can invite them. Be like, hey, man, you want to play some more? And they'd be like, sure, you know, because people love making friends. Making friends is cool. Ooh, that's a move. If I've ever seen one, that's a move. What's up, Zachary Lyons? How's it going, man? He stunned that move. He's stream sniping, dude. That's okay. We'll castle. That's fine. We're ahead on time. We're very ahead on time. He's got like 3 minutes left. We win this. Okay, this is my chess game, so I'm not taking all of the advice from chat, okay? I gotta stomp this out myself. This is my win right now. I think what we do right here. Ooh, this is a move. This is a move if I've ever seen one. Oh, he's not even ready. When do you usually start streaming on YouTube and Twitch? So we generally start on YouTube at like 8 o'clock nowadays. And then we head over to Twitch. We'll be heading over to Twitch right after this game, pretty much. Playing passive isn't that fun, but it wins you games. Yeah, I'm not that good, so I definitely need to do what I need to do. We can't see half the board. Sorry, you're right. Sorry. This was my move. This is right here. This is the money move. Watch Chess Network's tutorials. I've watched a few things. I watch Hikaru a lot, and then my brother sent me some decent things, but so we don't really stream Valorant. We talk about Valorant, but we don't really stream it on YouTube anyway. Oh, he thought that was the move. He thought it was, right? But joke's on him. Joke's on you, my friend. Yoke's over, okay? Yoke's Sova. I don't like the timer. Yeah, the timer doesn't like you either. What is the biggest thing you think low rank players do wrong? Dry peek. They don't use their abilities. Most low rank players don't use their abilities like hardly at all. Or if they do use their abilities, they use them incorrectly. Bait and 2. I don't know. Maybe? Maybe? I don't think so. Maybe? Am I... He moves pawn to f3? What do you mean? F3? Pawn F3. Where's 3? F3? Okay. Well, I'm gonna take some of my move. People are cringing at this game, but I went on time anyway. I went on time. No way this guy's 1200. It's because when you start out on chess.com, I think that you're automatically placed 1200. I think you're automatically 1200. I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to... Okay, let's do this. Okay. He's gonna run out of time anyway. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't see that. I'm gonna bank. I'm just running out of time at this point in time. I don't think it's a good idea. It was not the right move. Hate to see it, dude. I That is okay though. He's got 3 seconds left, dude. And BM him. Oh wait, we can check. No, we don't. We can't get checkmated. It's not gonna happen. Sorry, Doubly. Out of time, buddy. Okay. That was terrible. Okay, not in my prime. That's not fair. I was talking to a chat. Okay. It was really quick. Do it. It was forced. Yeah, he ran out of time. Okay. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna head over to Twitch. So you guys are looking to hang out a little bit longer. We'll be chilling on Twitch. When we go to Twitch, where the show will start, we'll be talking about we're gonna talk about one last thing from the TSM Sentinel games. We talked about them a lot yesterday. And then after that, we're also going to talk about T1 versus Envy. There was a cool round of that I wanted to talk about. There was a cool round in the Bloom versus TSM game. Yeah, just like overall, we got some cool stuff. We're going to talk about Hiko's 7K that he posted to Twitter. This is 7K. It was actually a 6K, but he killed with Phoenix ulti, so we're going to count it, okay? But it was cool. It was cool. So we got some cool stuff. Excuse me. You guys are looking forward to it. Check us out on Twitch. We'll be there in just a minute, okay? See you guys soon.